Yo, what up? Once again, it's your favorite cousin.
And your girl, Pixie.
Alright, for the Bad Nigga 2 podcast, we are still here at the Mithscene Halloween concert. And we have a special guest with us. He don't need no introduction, but I'm going to let him introduce himself anyway.
What it do, y'all? I go by the name of Terror. The name of the team is called Pure Brilliance. You know, we're featured on one of tonight's artists, and it's gonna be we're gonna kill them. We're gonna give them that true school hip hop. You know what I mean? That's how we doing it.
So before we even get to this here, man, I want to ask you. Now most people know you for doing the videos and stuff like that, but I don't think a lot of people know you for the music part. So is that something?
Nah, not in VA. Not in VA.
Okay.
Nah, well, home they do. You know, like my other home. That's my first home is Jersey. Okay, so basically I was born and raised there, and coming up, I mean, ever since I was like 7, maybe 9 years old, I heard the Sugar Hill Gang. Since I heard the Sugar Hill Gang, like I've been there for a minute. I look a little young, but nah. I got a little age on me, you know, and yes, I've been listening to hip hop since like around the Sugar Hill Gang. That was the first time I was introduced to it. And I went back, I learned more about the history about it.
Right.
But that was the first time I was introduced to it, and ever since then, I ain't never stopped. You know, it's my culture.
What's up? Definitely, man, because like I said, we're just saying you do videos for somewhat everybody.
Yeah.
But it's something you definitely said off camera that I want to capture because people may not know.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you were KRS-One's person.
Yeah. So it was a blessing how that happened. Actually, an acquaintance of mine is KRS's personal assistant. He goes by the name of Donald Little. I'm forever appreciative of what he did for me. He basically introduced him to me, introduced him my visuals. And when he seen the visuals, he saw the movie that I directed called Pain and Music. And he watched it from beginning to end. Like he knew all the characters. He broke the movie down to me, and he was like, "Yo, how'd you pull that off? Like your angles like that." And I thought it was one camera. I shot that movie with one camera, and it ended up being an urban classic around the way. It got picked up by Amazon Prime. It was up there for about 3 years, and it also caught the attention of my favorite MC of all time, which is KRS-One. So I shot one video for him, and next thing you know, a couple weeks later, I was on tour with him. You know, I went overseas. I seen the whole Europe. I mean, I was there for almost a year. Yeah, and I was only supposed to be there for 2.5 months. But he seen my value to the tour, and he told me, he's like, your value is very important. I need you to stay. We ended up making a documentary together. We documented the whole thing. It's called The Freestyle. He teaches you how to live as a free MC, and you can look that up on YouTube. It's called Freestyle by KRS-One. And since then, I mean, I've been doing non-stop video visuals with him. Right now, he's dropping a visual album. It's called, things are named after, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Between the Protests. KRS is one of the greatest of all time. But like what I've seen him do on this album, I don't understand how he keeps continually getting better.
Right.
You know, and this album right here is like, it's already a classic. I know it's gonna be a classic. You know, I've already heard it. I shot about 8 videos off of it already. And we're just piecing that up together. The first single's called Tight. That's coming shortly. You know, so just look out for that. It's a blessing. Like I'm working with KRS-One as well as G Simone too. G Simone, she's an all-around R&B artist. She had a hit in the 90s. It's called In the 90s with Kid Capri featuring KRS-One, and now she has a song featuring Will I Am, and I'm working on that video right now. So. It's non-stop.
You're making moves.
Yeah, and it's feeling good. I feel totally blessed. And now I got an album coming.
All right.
I got an album.
Hey,
finally.
What's the name of the album, man?
It's called Weapons of Mass Destruction. And basically why I called it Weapons of Mass Destruction is because throughout my life I was labeled certain things such as a juvenile, delinquent, things of that nature, emotionally disturbed. I was called labeled by public schools and things of that nature. And it makes you start believing, is that what I am?
Right.
And, you know, and then I had teachers tell me I wasn't going to be nothing, you know, all that type of stuff. So that's basically the weapons of mass destruction. Bush had weapons of mass destruction. He claimed weapons of destruction was over in Iraq, but it didn't exist. Neither does those things. I'm not a juvenile delinquent. And neither am I anything they ever try to label me, except great.
That's right. Gotta speak greatness into our lives.
Definitely. So let me ask you this too, man. We're doing music now, and being the places that you've been, seeing the things you've seen, the differences within like hip hop culture and stuff like that. How does that reflect now to what you're doing musically?
Overseas, they would love me. I hope they love me here. Because overseas, like, people think they're behind, but they actually never let the culture of hip hop go. Everywhere I went, I seen graffiti artists, there's murals on the wall from what we would get arrested for doing, you know?
Right.
You know, and now they're looking at it like, oh, this is art now. You know, and it was always been art, but they had to open their eyes and see it. And we had to beat it in their head with this culture we call hip hop.
Alright, so let me ask you this too. Do you think that hip hop is appreciated more as a culture overseas than it actually is here
It is.
in the US?
I know it is. I've seen it with my own eyes. I was so hurt because I felt like everything like what the kids doing, they say that's not hip hop. That's hip hop.
Right.
That's still hip hop. That's their hip hop. That's what they're doing. You know what I mean? And we gotta stop knocking that. You know what I mean? But there has to be some kind of balance where we're not just talking about money, my bitch, some drugs, drinking lean, all that codeine, pills. It's like that. Like that's the wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's only destroying us. We've seen how many artists we're losing over that. So. What about the elements of hip hop? You know, what about the culture, what it stood for? Peace, love, unity, and safely having fun. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, and I try to do that on my music. Of course we talk about things, you know, we curse, we express ourselves with things like that. But make sure if you're talking about that the drug game that you have a message. Put a message behind there. Teach somebody something.
Let them know the darker side to it.
Yeah.
Yo, you know, I was just here just twisted.
And I turn up the Future. I turn up to. Especially, I love T.I. I listen to Young Thug, NLE Chopper. You know, I listen to everybody. I just want my balance. I want my balance.
Yeah.
I need some more Joey Badasses, you know, things like that. Some more Kendrick. Some more J. Cole. You know, I need,
were you hurt when T.I. turned down the
Busta Rhymes? Nah. Because Busta Rhymes a monster. You know what I mean? And so is T.I. So is T.I. But he's gonna keep hitting them with that party pack. Hit you with no delay, and so what you're saying, yo, what you gonna do against that? You gonna throw some songs, but he got a lot of them. Give it some more. He's gonna keep coming with them. And plus he's been around. His catalog is way longer. You know what I mean? So no. T.I. needs to find that match, that legend that's his match. Maybe Jeezy.
I think that would be.
Yeah.
I think
that's a dope one right there.
That would be a really good one.
That's a real dope one.
Yeah.
And I love verses. I love that all day.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that that verses should be something more that I guess the more indie artists should get into also to kind of help?
We could do it. I think we should do some VA stuff like that too. You know, people who are buzzing. Let's put some records against each other. Some Young Money Young versus Crazy or some shit like that. You know, just do Money versus somebody. You know, throw Chiffon Collier, some R&B up against somebody.
I would love to see her and Lanique go at it.
Huh?
Her and Lanique.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope. Shout out to Lanique, yo. Shout out to G-Man.
So what is it that you would like people here in Virginia to know about you? Since you're up and coming here, and you're fresh face.
Just know that I rep VA. Like I'm from New Jersey, but I rep VA. This is where my videography got established. This is where I learned how to hone in on my skills here at the Rock the Mics at Blakely's. We used to do that. Yeah. That was rehearsal for me.
I remember
That was rehearsal. Shout out to Double XL. Shout out to Miss Blends. Shout out to CEOP. That whole movement. Yeah, man. I've been doing this for a minute, yo.
Yeah, I remember, like I told you, man, on camera, you said Frank Manor was your brother, man, and I remember
Frank Manor.
Doing stuff on stage.
Frank Manor got 2 novels out right now. Y'all can look that up on Amazon. You got it's The Mile Highness and something Absolute Power, something like that. But look up Frank Manor on Amazon. 2 novels that are incredible. I want to try to make some movies out of those too. I got a movie coming called Mercy too.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I'm working on it right now. We got 6 more scenes. 6 more scenes. Come on, get a cameo. We're wrapping up the main scene in Atlanta too. If y'all want to come out there, some mansion we rented out, everything.
Atlanta, but you know.
So look, when can we expect the arrival of your album here?
Okay, we're trying to do that over the holidays.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got probably about 15, 16 tracks, and it flows like a body of work, you know. So it's gonna tell that story. I start off where they labeled me Juvenile Lincoln. This is what I was explaining to you earlier. That's the intro. I'm gonna do that. I'm starting my setup with that song.
Okay.
And then it's gonna give you a variety of, and hopefully I get this dope. I might have a dope feature on this album.
Okay.
I'll know within the next couple of days. But I already have a dope feature though. Laura Wilson. She's performing tonight. I'm gonna do a song with her tonight. It's called That's All. And it's about unifying unity. It's about unity because right now we got a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, we do.
You know, and the answer is not just us separated from everybody. It's not. It's got to be somewhere where we find common ground.
Right.
I got this song called That's All. Because I'm damn sure, I don't care, nobody's gonna make me hate nobody that's from the human race. Nobody's gonna do that to me. It's about love, peace, unity. And that's what that song is about too. So I picked Laurel because I watched her grow. You know, I met her in the studio when she first met up with Spano, when they first created Mithscene. And she played the violin on my track. She referenced the track that I did about a year and a half ago, and then we ended up recording it about a month ago.
Because y'all shot the Curious video.
Oh yeah, I did the Curious video too. Yeah, I did Curious video. That was my first video I shot with my new camera that I invested so much money in. It's called the Red Camera, and I shot that. We sat down, we came up with the concept together. Laurel is amazing. She writes, composes, produces, and sings her own music. She don't have to pay no producer. She's her own producer.
Yeah.
She was 100%.
Yeah.
I definitely rock with him, man. Seeing the growth and plus, man, with that video too.
Yeah.
Which he ain't say, but I'ma say it.
Yeah.
That video is over 20,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's definitely dope. So, man, y'all get a chance, check that out.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, Laurel Wilson, Curious. Make sure y'all check that out, yo. Dope video, dope song.
And trust me, this guy's done a lot of music videos.
Your reputation precedes you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all, man. I'm ready to rock. I drank a Red Bull. I'm ready to rip this joint
I'm
down.
loving the energy.
Ain't nothing but good artists all night.
Definitely. You know, we try to hop in and out, catch it.
Yeah, make sure you check it out. I'm about to turn it up. Y'all gonna hear me.
All right.
Definitely.
We definitely appreciate it, man. Once again, it's your favorite cousin.
And your girl Pixie.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We are out.